Agriculture plays an important role as it is the primary source of livelihood in the country. In India, at least 2/3 of the working population earn a living through agriculture works. Agricultural products are the major source of food supply for the population as estimated. It meets about 60% of household consumption. Agriculture is not only an occupation, but also a way of life to meet the needs of people and reduce poverty. As a result, the national income level as well as people's standard of living is improved, and hence there is fast rate of development in the agriculture sector. If the agriculture sector is strong, it will help in maintaining food security. Therefore, the economic development relies on growth rate of agriculture. Ribhoi district experiences different type of climate ranging from tropical climate in the area near Assam to the temperature climate adjoining the East Khasi Hills. The area bordering Assam experiences hot and humid weather with an average temperature of 30 degrees centigrade during May and July. In the other areas like Lom Raitong and Lom Sapet Nang plateaus, the climate is severely cold during the winter months. The major climatic vulnerabilities and problems of Kardam and Soruble villages are cold wave or extreme precipitation events, that is heavy rainfall, storm, frost, etc. Poor soil health, water scarcity, unusual weather pattern causing crops failure, as well as reduction in production and productivity in livestock and poultry. To address these climate vulnerabilities, the Indian Council of Agricultural Research (ICAR) launched the National Innovation on Climate Resilient Agriculture or NICRA project in 2011. The project is jointly steered by the NRM and Extension Division of ICAR and coordinated at the national level by the Central Research Institute for Dryland Agriculture. The program is coordinated by ATARI at the zonal level, and KVK Ribhoi has initiated the NICRA Technology Demonstration Component project at Kardam village during 2011 and continuing till date with extension to adjacent village of Soruble.
KVK Ribhoi has started NICRA project in 2011, and since then we are working on different problems of the farmers, specifically high rainfall, erratic rainfall, frost, and terminal drought. And to solve these different problems of the farmers, we have demonstrated different technologies of climate resilient technologies to solve the problem at farmers level. And different technologies demonstrated since last 7 years in the village of Kidem, and the technology specifically on NRM, crop production, livestock and fisheries, interinstitutional interventions, and as well as capacity building. And we have after the successful completion of the 7 years of technology demonstrations, and we have adopted another adjacent villages of Sorevili, and since then we are organizing different technologies, specifically the micro water harvesting structure Jolkon for multi-purpose use, protected cultivation for round the year vegetable production, short duration paddy varieties to save the crop for terminal droughts, paddy pea cropping system in the raised bands to increase the cropping intensity, maize-based cropping systems, then integrated farming system of pig, fish, poultry, raised floor, poultry and fish farming, and zero energy cool chambers to save the shelf life of the perishable products, as well as mushroom, hanging rope mushroom production technologies for empowering the rural women. And hence after 9 years of completion of the NICRA projects, now the farmers are getting double their productivity, income, cropping intensity, and till that they are act as these two villages are act as the model village of the NICRA in Ribhoi districts of Meghalaya. under ICR KVK River.
The technology demonstration components is being implemented across 121 districts spread across 28 states and 1 union territory, identified based on their vulnerability to different climatic stresses such as drought, floods, cyclones, heat and cold wave. 2 villages, that is Kirdem and Soroble, having 220 households, falls under NICRA TDC project covering the geographical area of 2,000 hectares. Climate resilient intervention are implemented in 4 major modules. Number 1. Natural resource management, rainwater harvesting through Jalkun for multipurpose uses. Number 2. Crop production, round-the-year nursery raising and vegetable production under protected condition, maize French beans cropping system, zero energy cool chamber to reduce post-harvest losses. Number 3. Livestock and fisheries, climate resilient raised poultry housing, integrated fish cum poultry farming system, integrated fish cum pig. Number 4. Institutional intervention like VCRMCs, the CSCs, seed bank, further bank, capacity building. The technology demonstrations components were implemented through Krishi Vigyan Kendra, Ribhoy, with the support of Agricultural Technology Application Research Institutes Ataris, Umnyam at 2 adopted villages.
Mbaga KBK, yo ikini project NICRA, hagri sinong Soroble, dan kibayo ikini mbay dokha, dan bayo senyang, dan bayo bagi traiso, bat juru iki bayo ki poly house. Di habang pe ya jing yo jing gini ki hing apa ni sinong i bagi mentoy so ki kemen ayo kapor ban ba ki mentoy ki yo ban ri jing ri yo ban thongjor ha kam tam ki poly house ru along jing mentoy dalang ka KBK kanang mi ban pe yangi te kumbang ki jiwan pe borobor man ka banai ki wan ban pe aji kai bar ki on ai sambai man pe ki jingri jing dop ki jing thong jing tem kwinti bangin yo shu ba ki jing ai yo ki ro ki ba ya sambai ba ki yeng ki badok ki ba dan kam ki ram.
Innovative micro-integrated farming system model, a simple and low-cost rainwater harvesting structure named Jalkun, has been constructed with 40,000 litre of water capacity. This acts as a small supplementary source of irrigation needed for vegetable cultivation water during the dry winter seasons. Another reason might be due to the changing weather and rainfall pattern leading to water stress. Therefore, proper water conservation is required in the village.
Ana nakatajal kun mangin yo ban penangkam hakipor ba mentelangkum ni hakapor liur kum tu ni labu lupa ketika sing iya nang tanah jerong ban priang muslam te bojal kun ba khanang bangin yo ban stok lupa ya te ka hakipor mentelangkum ni badangi yo ban ay jurang te nalor kataru hadin jong katai ki yo iba long ka kham janjar mo kan kham pensuk kila ai sa ka solar bangan kham pensuk ban ay hang te apo ban nga ay ka jing khublei ka basi kadai e nak benta ka kibike ka balai rap sipun e ya ka jing dan kam.
Vermicomposting is a manageable process based on earthworm and microorganisms to digest the organic matter, which leads to the transformation of material into humus-like material by converting biomass into simpler waste-soluble substance. It helps in improvement of soil by providing major and minor nutrients, good aeration to the soil, thereby improving root growth of plants and therefore enhances the quality of the crops, improves structural stability of the soil, preventing soil erosion, and create low-skill jobs at local level. Low-cost polyhouse technology was constructed using locally available bamboo and metallic wire for forming the required frame structure. UV stabilized film was used for covering the roof and 75% shade net on the side walls. In order to avoid water stagnation, Proper drainage channel should be provided around the polyhouse for multi-cropping has been initiated for raising all year round nursery and protecting the off-season crops against the cold waves in winter in order to enhance a quick germination and produce disease-free seedlings as the temperature inside is 6 to 10 degrees centigrade. It is economical for small and marginal farmers who cannot afford costly high-tech polyhouse.
Ya kene ke polyhouse ngalayo naka KBK ICR Ribuh district kajing yo jungai kene ke KBK kalong kajing mentoi naka benta junga khamtam haki por liur lalai na uslap lai na galer kajing don chuka ICR ngalala ban sarai ki jhur kum ki so sau so menken so khia kubi upul kajing yo jungai kene ke polyhouse kalong kajing mentoi naka benta junga ba ngalala ban thung ki jentung ki baharukom hangne hapo jong kene ka polyhouse lalai de ki khnyang lalai do slap kal air ngai hoj khendiat ngi hab ban penchito milade ngi hab bana I regularly man laka snila banong.
Introduction of maize French beans cropping system is a system where rotation of planting crop is done. It can help manage the soil fertility, improve soil health and increase nutrients available for crops, reduce fertilizers and insecticide inputs and provide better distribution of labor during crop season by using different crops like maize and French beans, planting dates and harvest periods. In India, spoilage of horticultural crops is a serious problem, so the solution to the problem is the low-cost cold storage in the rural areas, that is the zero-energy cold chamber, where the shelf life of perishable produce can be enhanced and maintaining the quality of the produce. Cooling chambers are ideal for storage of produce at a short period of time. It can be reduced temperature by 10 degree to 15 degrees centigrade and maintain a humidity of 95%. Interventions on livestock and fisheries sectors involve utilizing common pool resources (CPRs) for fodder production during weather aberrations, augmentation of fodder's availability during lean period, prophylaxis measures for prevention of endemic diseases, improve shelters for reduction thermal stress in livestock, improve stress tolerant animal and poultry breed, management of fish ponds, tanks and promotion of improved breed of livestock as adaptation strategy. Raised floor poultry housing model is modified and improved low-cost housing system suitable for small-scale rural poultry production was introduced. The raised floor is constructed at a height of 2 to 3 feet above the ground level using split bamboos for easy cleaning. Floor with split bamboo also help in easy drop down of feces that keep the floor dry and hygienic. The method decreases mortality rates and prevents other diseases.
Te yo ani kisir te sanpoteli kisir kroilarang sanpoteli te la ding sanpoteli te kabayap chi khatsauteli jing mentoi te dang menta te pho nang ranga pho itu ranga pho yo ranga dei lut te dang ga bayo bade ba dang tang mat lai hajar te la don hi bayo tang kata te ka ba lut ka bam ba la lut.
The integrated fish-cum-poultry farming system is a system where poultry dropping or deep litter materials are utilized by feed as feed materials. The main objective is to produce optimum level of phytoplankton, zooplankton and bacteria which are protein-rich natural feed for fish by the livestock excreta. Through this system, it helps in saving fertilizer costs, saves supplementary feed costs, chicken gets its required quantity of water from the ponds, and lastly at the same time meat. Eggs and fish can be produced. Deep litter is an animal housing system based on repeated spreading of straw or sawdust material in indoor booths. The deep litter system is modern ecological breeding technique based on decomposing feces by microbiological method as a post-processing method of for-pig manure. Fish pig horticulture integrated farming system for production and optimum level of phytoplankton, zooplankton and bacteria which are protein-rich natural feed for fish by livestock excreta.
Sepangki jengirap jungkini ka kiwiki
ngalayo ki sampai do kha jong ki khar khaba ki kha Amerika kumtu ban ki sniang ngalayo arteli ke we dino sa si we bel kolong katar kami la khak la yo jeng mi tu ko jong kami la yo arp santeli ki sning khon tabal adi mata ka sabo ka mi pada tu jong ka sning la ai pada ki do kha sibun yo ki jing to na mar bang la sup ban ngamai jing bom do khasu la yo tu ka sabo sniang.
In the year 2017 and 18, we have planned for planting a guava orchard in the place of Medister's house, Medister's farm area. So under that program, we have planted 500 seedlings, 500 grafted plants of guava, and we included 4 varieties. Those varieties were developed at ICR Research Complex for Northeastern Hill Region, Barapani, and those plants were planted in an area of 0.5 hectare, and the spacing was maintained at 1.5 into 1.5 meter. Actually, it is a ultra high density planting concept, and this is a new concept we have introduced under NICRA village at Sorible. And under the same program, we have developed one institutional activity at his place. Under that activity, we have given him one solar nanopump that is 0.5 HP capacity, so that he can do irrigation during the winter months. Okay, thank you.
Strengthening of enabling support system in the village comprised of existing institutions and also initiation of new institution. That is, Village Climate Risk Management Committee or the VCRMC were formed to share support and encourage fellow farmers to adapt to the change in climatic conditions. Establishment and management of Custom Hiring Center (CSCs) for farm implement CSCs established in the NICRA villages could successfully empower farmers to tide over the shortage of labor and improve efficiency of agricultural operation. Seed bank, further bank, creation of commodity groups, water sharing groups, community nursery, etc. are important components of the project. Initiation of collective marketing by tapping value change, community nursery were initiated through women's groups. Training programs on climate resilient agriculture practices and technologies help to create awareness on climate related issues among farmers and all stakeholders. The focus of the program is not only to demonstrate the climate agriculture technologies, but also to institutionalize the procedure at the village level for continued adoption for such practices in a sustainable manner. The NICRA project identified as a successful project introducing practices for climate resilience in agriculture in this complex, diverse and risk-prone environment of the northeastern region, especially Riboy District, Meghalaya. The project opened up opportunities for scaling up and scaling out of proven interventions and helped to sustain Meghalaya agricultural system with changing weather condition and unpredictable weather pattern in the district in particular and in the state of Meghalaya in general. Hence, NICRA villages in Kirdem and Soruble, Riboy District, became hub for learning on climate resilient agriculture and paved the way for mainstreaming of climate resilient practices to manage climate variability.